Hey there, welcome back to the lab. And today we are looking at this image. First, we need to identify what subject is. So that's clearly this person over here who is trying to feed these seagulls. What I usually like, if I were to say what is working well in this image, is there is a strong element of subject, which is this person over here with all these seagulls acting as a secondary subject with a nice clean background of the lake and the mountains in the background. So, that being said, if we were to improve, or let's say look at how we can improve these image, let's first try simplifying the overall composition, so that because right now there are a lot of things that are going on in this image, such as we have these seagulls over here that are being cut in an awkward manner because it's not a clear crop, and it feels less intentional. So that's issue number one. And the second again goes with these, because these seagulls are moving away from the frame, but whereas all the birds towards the left of the eye help the eyes of the viewer and lead the eye of the viewer inside the frame. If we were to simplify this composition further, we might get rid of all these seagulls because they are a bit distracting right now. That's issue number two. And then the third is again, like we can count all these as issue number two too, because again, these are not helping get a clear and a cleaner frame, because there are a lot of moving parts in this frame. Whereas issue number three would be if we were to have a much cleaner, silhouette of the head of this person, because right now we want all these elements to be masked out, because currently they are interacting with the subject and not a pleasing way. So we can remove that. So that being said, I would also, if you look at it, the overall, so this is issue number three. There's also, if we remove all these, let's say, elements, we can see that there is a flow of birds that's naturally guiding the eye across the frame. So this side of the image is not required, at least in my opinion, because if we have a much more tighter frame, I would say that this would be the subject in the first, this entire like the person holding the bread, and the second would be this bird. So we'll have a stronger, much more clearer subject in this image. So that being said, let's see what's the before. Like this is the before. Let's see how, like what's the after of this image. So here you have it. So we have gotten rid of these birds over here, and then also got rid of this framing over here. And then we have cleaned out all these elements, this tool, so that we have a much more clearer subject and background separation. So those were a few changes that I would suggest to improve the image. So catch you again next time. Bye.